This is actually insane. 600 anime openings in this tier list, and I'm gonna rank the ones that I've heard. And we have nostalgic, SSS, SS, S, A, B, C, D, E, and trash. Let's see what the first one I notice. 91 Days. I haven't watched the show, but I have seen the opening, and I like it a lot. I'd say an S tier. I like it a lot. What's the next one? None of these. I like that they have like all the show's openings together. It's just so much easier to see. Angel Beats. I would give it an S also. Anohana's one is SSS. Maybe even nostalgic. Yeah, nostalgic. Opening one of Assassination Classroom. Probably be an S also. I gotta re-listen to opening 2. I remember this one. This one's actually pretty good. I forgot how good this one is. I just always remembered the first one and Question. Alright, this one's really good. I'll give it an A. Just a little bit below the first one. Opening 3, the one that's Question, yeah, that's what it's called. That one's nostalgic. That one's amazing. I don't really remember what opening 4 was, but I'm gonna refresh. Yeah, opening 4 was definitely the worst. Give it a C tier. It was fine. It definitely wasn't as good as the rest. Attack on Titan, the first opening, say nostalgic. Second opening, I haven't listened to that much, but it's an A tier. Because I haven't listened to it, like, when I was watching the show. I mostly only listened to the first opening. These next 2 openings, I don't really like from Attack on Titan. I give the third opening a C tier, fourth opening a B tier, and the fifth opening, I'll give it A tier. Okay, so Bakim Monogatari, I never watched it, and I'm pretty sure there's more openings to this show, but it only shows one. And that one I know is Renee's Circulation, which is amazing. I'll give it an SSS. Yeah. And you know what? I'm moving Attack on Titan down 1. Oh, Beck. I never watched it, but I heard the opening. I think it's an S. A whole bunch of Black Clover ones. Let me go back to my other video where I actually watched them. So I'm pretty sure this is how it went, like on my ranking video for just Black Clover openings. But on that one, it only had S tier. So on this one, we have things higher up. So I put opening 3 at SSS, opening 10 at SS, and opening 7 was S. And let's find our next show that we know the opening to, and that is Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai, which is gonna be between SS and S. I'll give it an S tier. Next code. Oh wait, I skipped the rest of this, which I haven't seen anything. Clanad. What was Clanad's opening? Clanad's opening was okay one. I'll give it a B tier. I haven't watched After Stories, so we'll skip that. Code Geass, the first opening, given an SS. And is this the second opening? So they don't have the third one? I'm kind of confused. Well, I'll give this one a tier. Yeah. I can't tell which opening that was, so give it an A tier. Cowboy Bebop. I always liked the beginning of it, but then no other words are said after that. Like, give it a B tier. Don't know the rest of these. Darling and the Fran. I know the Kiss of Death. I know that one. And I like that one. That one be an A tier. I don't know if that's which one that was trying to say, but we'll just go with it. Death Note. See, like some of these they have all the openings for it, and then some are like Death Note, and it's just the one. So I'll give Death Note a B tier. No, I'll move it up to an A tier. And Death Parade was next, which is nostalgic. Usually before, I wouldn't really watch like every opening. On Ohana I did, but like most of them I'd skip the opening until I got to Death Parade and like Tokyo Ghoul, but the other opening that I really care about. Death Parade made me like openings so much that I've actually I watch all the openings now because of Death Parade. It's nostalgic. Demon Slayer. Give it an S tier. Dororo. Okay. For these ones where it only shows one, I'm gonna do like the whole show for it. So, all the openings in Dororo be an S. Right? I forget what the second opening is. Let me go check it out. Yeah, I forgot what the second opening is, and I rewatched it. It's an SS. It's amazing. First opening, second opening, both amazing. I like the first one better, but the second one's not bad. Next is Dr. Stone, the whole show of Dr. Stone. Openings, I'll give it an A. They're pretty good. I like that one ending. That one ending, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, this one right here. Dr. Stone ending, I think it's called Life by Rude. That one's amazing. This is not the actual opening, it's just the song, but that one's amazing. But that's an ending. So, openings, they get like an A. Erased. Did Erase only have one opening? Pretty sure. I forgot how amazing the opening that Erased is. Put that up into nostalgic. I felt so much nostalgia. I watched that back in like January, and seeing those characters actually kind of made me sad. Like, dude, and I kind of hated on it because of the ending of the show, but no, that show was so good. It's a lot like Tokyo Revengers. If you like Tokyo Revengers, definitely watch Erased. I liked Erased better than Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, it actually kind of made me tear up. that show was amazing. I watched that whole show in one day. It was so good. Dude, the Fire Force opening, that's nostalgic. The Inferno one, I don't know any others. I'm just counting Inferno. That one's amazing. That's honestly like one of the best openings there is, and best songs. That song is just awesome. I just listen to that song by itself. Opening one of Guilty Crown, that one's honestly super good. I'll give it an SS. It's super good. I only watched like the first two episodes of the show, and then I stopped, and that was a while back. But the opening was so good. I love that beginning part of the song. Hunter x Hunter, all the openings of Hunter x Hunter. Well, on the part I'm on, it's kind of weird. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll give it an S. SS. I'll give it SS. Because the first opening, I like that one so much. And the second opening is the same song, but just different. It's like, the first opening has a part where it's like, you can smile. Like, I love that part a lot. But then the second one's like version 2, and it's like, you can try. And it's like, it's a little different. And then I'm on a part where they switch back to the first opening. It's just really weird. I haven't heard any other songs, so it gets an SS. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll give it an S. Yeah, I feel like an S. The first opening of Love Chunibyo. Let me re-listen to these. Where is that? Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions. First opening, give it an A. Second opening, I didn't like as much. The first one is actually pretty good. The second one, I didn't really care that much about. If I can find it. Where's it at? There it is. Give it a B tier. Yeah, B. Mob Psycho openings, they're amazing. The first opening, I love the colors in that. It looks so good. Give it an SS. Second opening, the song I like better, I think. They're both like about the same, but it's not as cool looking, so I give it an S. My Hero openings. Okay, let me go through these. You know, I always kind of like didn't like the My Hero openings, but re-listening to them, they're actually really good. First opening is an S. And the second opening is also an S. The third opening, though, that one is an SS. That one's actually super good. I love that song. I love it so much. Fourth one, though, I've got to give an A tier. It's just the worst out of those four. Alright, on to Naruto. This is going to take a little while. I feel like opening one, it's an A tier. It's not that amazing, but it's just like very nostalgic. I'm not going to put it in the nostalgic tier because it's got to be more nostalgic, a better song to be in that tier. So now, opening 2, it's definitely nostalgic. It's good enough to be in the nostalgic tier. Opening 3 is like, it's okay. Probably a C tier, honestly. Give it a C tier. The opening 5 of it, or opening 4 actually, I'll give it an S. It's pretty good, honestly. I do not like opening 5. It's very weird. Give it another C tier. Opening 6, it's an S tier. It's like on the same tier as opening 4. They're pretty close to each other. Opening 7, B tier. It's fine. Opening 8, another B tier. And opening 9, I like the song a lot. I just didn't watch the show because I skipped all that 100 episodes straight of filler. So it gets an A tier. So I haven't really listened to that song that much. So Naruto openings are either like super good or like kind of bad. Then there's some in between, but it's mostly just super good or super like okay. And again, skipping. And again, I'm gonna skip Shippuden openings. Or actually, you know what? I'll go up to the ones that I know. How about that? Opening 1, give it an A tier. It's pretty good. I forgot about that one, but it's still pretty good. And I like Jimmy Zong. I think that's his YouTube. He like dressed up, him and his friends dressed up as Akatsuki, and they're singing that song. I liked when they also did that other song. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, these videos, they're amazing. That they dressed up as Akatsuki members that are out in public, and they basically made a music video. They did one for that first opening and one for another song that I liked a lot. Definitely check them out because they're super cool. Opening 2, another A tier. Shippuden openings I liked a lot better than the original Naruto. I just liked Shippuden so much better than the original Naruto altogether. Just everything about it. And Bluebird, I also listened to this one. Give this one an SS. Bluebird's amazing. Opening 4, Closer. That one's one of my favorite. I would always love this one so much while watching the show. I'll give it an S. Maybe, an SS. I liked it a lot. But I did like opening 5 the most. Opening 5 was amazing. I gotta give it an SSS. I love this one so much at the beginning, every time a new episode starts. Opening 6, that one's nostalgic. I don't want to spoil anything about what's happening during this part when this opening's happening, but just hearing that opening and then seeing what's happening in that part of the show, it's amazing. Opening 7. I already forgot. It's not easier. I gotta re-listen to this. Okay, opening 7 is just like opening 6, but not as good. So I'll give it an SS. Maybe, SSS. That part, that song is so good, and then like it's crazy like what's happening in this show when this is happening, just like the opening before it. Opening 8. It's an A tier. This one's pretty good. I feel like it kind of happened quickly. Like, the opening kind of left quickly, and we got to the opening 9, which I didn't like. This one, like, it doesn't really work with the show. Honestly, a D tier. I didn't like it. Yeah, the song, it's just, it's not like any of the others. It's really weird. And that's where I'm at. I'm at up to opening 9. So we gotta find something new. Evangelion, I've only heard the Cruel Angel Thesis, and that one's amazing. And if I watched the show, it would be nostalgic, but without watching the show, it's still an SS. That one's amazing. I haven't heard any other openings, so just the Cruel Angel Thesis, it gets an SS. Noragami, I've only heard that first opening. I haven't watched the show or anything, but I like that opening a lot. It's pretty good. I'll give it an A. I'm sorry, I just don't like the One Punch Man openings. The first one, give a C tier. Second one, I really, really didn't like. Give it a D tier. Sorry, but at least the first one has the iconic, like, One Punch part. But I just didn't really like him. I'm pretty sure I've heard an Overlord opening, but I don't know which one, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is. I don't really remember. Parasite. I watched like I didn't even finish the first episode. I like started to watch it. I watched the opening, and then I stopped watching because I had to do something. I never started watching it again. Alright, Parasite. I re-listened to the opening, and it's amazing. I need to watch the show because I'm pretty sure the show is actually super good. I'm giving it an SS. I love the voice, like how it's. I don't even know how to explain it. I love the voice in it. ReZero. I gotta re-listen to these ReZero openings. It's been so long. ReZero, the first opening, amazing. I'll give it an S tier. It's really good. But the second one, not as good. And it is a B tier. Even though I like this show so much, the openings aren't that good. There's the one opening that I like, and there's an ending I know for sure I like, but all the rest of the openings, they're all B tiers, except for the first one. The Girlfriend, let me see what else is up here. I kinda gotta give it nostalgic. Yeah, it's nostalgic. It really is. Sword Art Online, the first 2 openings is in this, I'm pretty sure, and those 2 together, it gets an SS. I like those 2 openings a lot. I haven't heard the other ones in Japanese. I heard them in English, but I never actually watched them, so I don't really know about the rest. Promised Neverland. I mean, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't really care about it. Also, give it a B tier. Wait, is this Domestic Girlfriend? That is Domestic Girlfriend. Where'd it go? There. This opening is honestly super good. I haven't watched the show, but the opening, give it an SS. It's a super good opening. Tokyo Ghoul, the first opening. Move out the way. It gets nostalgic. That's probably most people's best opening of all time. But the other ones, yeah, the second opening, I always skipped it. This one was nowhere close to as good as the other one. Give it a C tier. Vinland Saga. Opening 1, it's gotta go in nostalgic. This one was amazing. Opening 2 definitely wasn't as good, but it started to like grow on me. I started to like it more and more the more I listened to it. More and more. But the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. And I'll give it an A tier. It was pretty good by the time I was done with the show, because I had listened to it so many times. And that looks like the last opening I've listened to out of this list. Yeah. Probably missed some, because I noticed Domestic Girlfriend I missed. But there's probably some others I missed. But I've listened to a decent amount out of the 600, but there's still a lot left. So let's see. Yeah, there's just so many good openings. There's not that many like super bad ones. There's like ones that I just didn't really like or care about. And I'm thinking about doing like a giant opening, like giant list of anime openings of like just openings that I've listened to. Like I go through my list of shows I've watched. I go through this list of how many? 61. I guess I could count some of these. Yeah. So like about like 67, something like that, shows, and ranking every opening in those shows. And I have like a giant list. It'll probably take a while, but I want to do that. That sounds fun. This will probably be the longest video I've ever made. From right now, what I've recorded, and without cutting out anything, it's up to 51 minutes. And that's going to be a super long video. Definitely going to cut some stuff out. And I might add the like videos of the opening, but like without the music or anything. We'll see.